Good evening and welcome to the Scotsport News Desk. We have an exclusive interview this evening with Heart of Midlothian's new signing, Raul Jensen. The mysterious Norwegian striker signed for £250,000 by Heart of Midlothian last Tuesday. And we're going over to Archie now in Stavanger in Norway. Are you there, Archie? Yes, Angus, I'm in fact outside the log cabin here in the fjord of Stavanger with Heart of Midlothian's new £250,000 signing, Raul Jensen. He's sitting here beside me on a little log, and here we are. Tell me, Raul, is it true that you've never played football before? No, Archie. In the winter, sometimes my grandmother and I are kicking a bundle of rags around the old log cabin. Well, that's amazing, Raul. You do have some experience of kicking, albeit a bundle of rags, as you put it. And I think that's good enough to play for the Heart of Midlothian, as we call them in Edinburgh. And I'm sure they'll be singing and dancing in the streets of Gorgie tonight at the news of this marvellous signing. Thank you, Raul. My pleasure. Well, Raul, your footballing ability seems somewhat limited, but that is not a problem in playing for the Heart of Midlothian, Scotland's greatest footballing team and exponents of the dribble and the high ball and the hurly-burly. The ball comes over, the heads go up. It's a disaster for Hibernian, etc. I don't think you'll have any problem settling in there. But this bundle of rags business, could you explain this? Well, during the war, when the submarines were coming up the fjord, the Nazi submarines, the SS, the Waffen SS, sometimes they would come ashore and if they couldn't find a bundle of rags, they would cut off the head of a local quisling and play football that way. So a lot of my cousins, my brothers, that is how they learned to play football, with the head of a quisling. But this was a very lumpen style, we call in Norway, lumpen. Not so deft, not so delicate. My grandmother says a bundle of rags will give me ease with the corner kick and the dead ball situation. Are you understanding me, Archie? Well, the dead ball situation is definitely applicable to the head of the quisling, without a doubt. And I'm sure at the Old Firm encounters you won't be put off a few heads rolling about the park. It's quite likely to happen, I'm sure. But the Hearts, well, to use the proper name, the Heart of Midlothian, have paid £250,000. Now, that is about 5 million Norwegian grundles. Do you feel you're overrated in the transfer market? And should it go to a tribunal? No, I feel I'm being worth every pfennig or grindle of this transfer fee, because my grandmother is still here in the log cabin, and she is trying to eke out a living, and I am a footballing expert for Norway, and hoping to also be singing and dancing in the streets of Norway? No, Gorgie, yes, that's it. Gorgie tonight, thank you. Raul Jensen. Archie, can you hear me back there in Glasgow? Yes, Angus, it's quite a revelation. In fact, the phones are ringing here at the Scotsport News Desk over this revelation of Heart of Midlothian's signing of Raul Jensen, the man who has never played football before, apart from kicking a bundle of rags, as he puts it, around the old log cabin with his grandmother. over now to our first caller from Bells Hill. Apparently a Ranger supporter, Archie Tulloch. Archie, are you there?
Well, that's typical of the Hearts. Saying Norwegian can't play football. None of the Hearts can play football anyway, and that's right up their street. That's what I think, and that's what I want to say. So that's what I'm saying. Okay?
Yes, some informed comment there. We have another caller on line 2. Angus McBean from Pollock Shaws, also completely irate and upset. Come in, Angus. The line is open.
I've always hated the Hearts. I've always hated the Hibernian. I've always hated the St. Mirren. I've always hated Forfar. Typical, sign the foreign players. What's wrong with the Scottish players? What's wrong with the young boys? You know, Walliford Bluebell, they've got some good players. Bonnyrigg Rose, Hamilton Academicals, very good players. Why must they go abroad, waste good Scottish money, buying these no-hopers from Norway? That's all I've got to say, and I'm hanging up now. The pubs are still open. I've got to get down now. Thank you.
Well, as you can see, this is causing a bit of a stir in Scottish footballing circles, and I do believe we still have a few minutes left to get over to Archie there in Stavanger, by the log cabin, in the fjord. Archie, are you there? Yes, I'm here. Yes, I heard those comments from the Glasgow area, I believe, and in fact, Raoul Jensen's grandmother herself has now joined us outside the log cabin. Helga, I believe your name is Helga? Yes, Helga, I believe you talked to Raoul Jensen, Hearts new signing, £250, etc. Everything he knows about football.
Well, football is, yes, but the Germans were cruel to our people. The bundle of rags, substitute for Quisling head. What could we do? For the dead ball situation, essential. The blood, the ear, the snot, the brain.
Much nicer bundle of rags, gentle float over. As they say in Scotland, the bird comes over, the heads go up. I taught Raoul all he knows, and I hope he'll be sending home some of his wages every week here to Stavanger. We're all very proud of him, looking forward to a good future with the heart of Midlothian. Thank you.
Thanks, Ben. Thanks, Ben.